In this video of Let's Talk Math, we're going to learn how to find the slope of a line. So, let's say, first, before we can know how to solve the slope of a line, we need to know what is the slope of a line. So, the slope of a line is the steepness of that line. It is also known as the rise over the run, right? Like, rise over the run, meaning if you've ever heard the term rise then run, well, you would have the rise over the run, basically, the same rise and run. So here we have a graph. Now let me just draw a quick line right here. Right. Now let's say, with this line, we have 2 points. And let's say we have one point is right here, another point is right here. Now the rise over the run is basically how much you would rise, which go up or down. Going down would be negative, right? And how much you would run, going this way or this way to the next point. You can also go from here to here. You can go from here, or you can go to here, right? The answer would be the same. So, let's say, for this problem, we go up 1, and we go run 1. So for this, the rise is 1 over 1. Now this is also a ratio. That means for every one we rise, we run 1, right? So here, let's draw some another points. Let's say we have this and these 2 points. This one, what we would do is we would rise 2. So this is 2. Now since we rise 2, we would also run 2. The rise over the run is the same for every line. So this is 2 over 2, right? Now that we kind of understand this, let's try to solve a problem. So, to find the slope of a line, you always need at least 2 coordinates on that line. So, for example, we have -2, -1, and 4, 2, which are both on this line, right? So, now what we're going to do is let's write these 2 points over here. -1, 4, 2. Now that are the 2 points that we're going to use to find the slope of the line. Now let's write the formula of how we'd find it. So you have m equals m is the slope of the line, right? Equals so this y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Now, so the y and the x mean, you can choose any 2 of these coordinates. Now, we have y1 and x1. Now, if you see here, we have a 1 here and a 1 here, and they're both the same color, which means the beginning 2, numbers have to come from the same coordinates. The y1 would have to be the y in the coordinate, and the x1 would have to be the x in the coordinate. Same for this side, right? So now, you can start off with any, you can start off with any of the coordinates first. So you can go first, you could have -2 minus, -1 minus 2 first, or you could do 2 minus -1. But in this problem, I'm going to do 2 minus -1 first. So we have m equals, let's do 2 minus negative 1 over, now see this one has to be this, the first x has to be the same one from this one, so that would be 4 minus negative 2. So now let's solve. So subtracting a negative number from a positive number is the same thing as adding. So we have m equals 2 plus 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 2. And now we can solve. So we have m equals 2 plus 1 is 3, and 4 plus 2 is 6. Now, this is right? So we have, now let's make sure this is right. As you could see here, it would solve it. So let's just, here, you have 1, 2, 3, we rise, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you could simplify it if you want. So we ran out of space. Let's write it over here. You could do m equals 1/2 2. That is the simplified version of it. So let's do this. It would be 1, 1, 2. Now this would kind of look like squares. So if you kept going up 1, then 2, up 1, then 2, it would still go into the same spot. So both of these answers are correct. Now if you did, let's say, negative 2, negative 1 first instead of 4 over 2, you still would have gotten 1/2. Now let's try another problem. Now for this type of problem, we have choices of the coordinates we can choose. Now all of these coordinates are on the same line, and no matter what coordinates you choose and what order you put them in, right, they would always equal the same thing if you do the process correctly. So for this problem, I'm going to do 12 and 6 and 2 and 2. But let's write this over here. What would it be? So that would be 12, 6, and 2, 2. Now, these are one pair, these are one pair, these are all pairs, right? So now we can solve. First, what we're going to do is let's write the formula. So if m equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Now we can replace the variables with the numbers. So we have m equals, for this problem, I'm going to do 12, 6 first. So we have 6 minus, then 2 over 12 minus 2. Now we can solve. So m equals 6 minus 2 is 4 over, and 12 minus 2 is 10. Now we can simplify. So let's do m equals, so the simplified version of 410 is 2 over 5. Now like I will say again, no matter what coordinates you chose and whatever order you put them in, the answer should be, if you did the process correctly, 2/5, right? Now let's try one last problem. This problem, we are given two coordinates and we are not given the graph of where it would be. So we can just, so let's solve it, right? So first what we're going to do, we write the formula. M equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Now let's replace the variables with the numbers. M equals, we're going to do 6, 6 first. So we have 6 minus negative 6, right? And then over 6 minus negative 5. Now we can, when subtracting a negative number from a positive number, that is the same thing as adding. So we're going to do m equals 6 plus 6 over 6 plus 5, right? Which means m equals 6 plus 6 is 12 over 11, right? Now, I'll stress again, no matter which order you put these two coordinates in, the answer should have been 2 over 11. Now that we have solved this problem, let's review what did we learn today. We learned to find the slope of a line, use the formula m equals y1 minus y over x minus x, and just replace the variables with the two sets of coordinates x and y. Then solve. That is all for this video, so please put in the comments below what else you'd like to learn and like this video. I'll also be posting more videos with algebra, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and check my other videos out. Bye!